Hey everybody, this is Linda. Welcome to Lenny P's Place. I wanted to show you my very first little sweet pea. If you don't know about sweet peas, it's something that Randy Kirby over at Dreamy Bohemian started, and then shortly after, Sheila at Boho Daydreams, she started making them. And now they're just getting to be very popular. So I jumped on the bandwagon and made my first one. So this is a sweet pea. And my sweet pea's name is Anna. And this is the first one that I've made. And they're made out of heavy-duty 3x5 index cards. And you need the heavy-duty ones, the extra thick, I think they're called, or something like that. I should have had it out, but give me a second and I'll have them for you. Yeah, they're 130-pound cover, heavy, thick, white, 3-inch by 5-inch cards. So anyway, extra heavy duty, that's what you call them. And they came from Amazon, and I think Sheila and Randy both have links to them on their channels, which I will list below for you. Now, I made some mistakes because there's a lot of steps, and I forgot a few, a couple. So you start off by painting your sweet pea with gesso and paint, whatever color paint you want to use. And after you do the painting, then you decoupage paper, napkins, you know, whatever, you decoupage. And after you decoupage, you stamp and you emboss. Well, I forgot to emboss, so I don't have any embossing in this one because I forgot to do it. And then after that, you gesso again, and then you used your gold flakes, and I used some gold flakes and some gold stickles because after I was done, I thought I needed some more gold on it, so I used some stickles. And then after that, you put it on your rings, and then you do your fabric and your trims and make your bead dangles. So there's a ton of steps, and it takes a while to make one of these sweet little sweet peas. So anyway, like I said, this is Anna, and I'll tell you about her, or I'll show her to you anyway. Like I said, this is my first one. I tied a little bow, and I realized some things as I was doing this. I'm not very good at tying bows, which I already knew that, and I haven't had a whole lot of practice making bead dangles. So there again, it's not, let's just say I need to do some practicing. I'm gonna come in a little. Looking at my monitor, it looks like I need to be a little closer. I might get too close. There, I'm going to say that's pretty good because it's just a little, she's just a little bitty thing. So anyway, my bow, here's my bead dangle that I made. And this is, I just put her picture right on the front. This is sweet. This is Anna. And so I did my, she's all blue. This one's all blue. I used a little bit of filet lace from my stash, and I used a little piece of bling off of some sari trim that I had. Then we move over here, and you can see I've done, let me get her all straight now. They're a little hard because of the rings. I've never been a fan of using rings. These might be a little big. I might could have went with a little bit smaller size, but I used what I had, and I'm sure I'll be getting some more sizes because this was really fun, and I'm hoping that I can do another one and not miss any steps and uh, get it a little better. But this was my practice one, and I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. So anyway, I used some, this is some Tim Holtz tissue paper, and I used some embossing, I embossed with an embossing folder on some paper. That's what that is. And then that's what this is over here. I used a little music paper. There again, this is all stickles here. And then here's some boho trim that came from, I think it was a dress that I had bought. And here is some butterfly from a napkin, some book page. This was just a piece of paper I had in my scrap bin. This is another little piece of sari trim, a piece of a napkin here, stamps. I think this was a Lorna Taylor stamp there, and a little bit of sequin trim across the top. Here I have some gold foil, some more scrapbook paper, more stamp, more of that trim across the top. And this was a napkin. That was just some paper from my stash. This is also embossed paper, and then some lace on the side. This is more of just, sometimes I don't think the pages need a lot. I didn't think this needed anything. I think that looks pretty good without anything on it, except for the gold foil and the little piece of napkin that I put at the top. And then there's some bead dangles. I mean some dangle lace. You need a little bit of dangling going on, you know, something to dangle down. And here's just some paper. I'm not going to keep saying the same thing over again because I think you can see now what I've used. Gold foil, book page, napkin, stamps, trim. That's from a napkin. So, didn't do a lot on these pages. Just put a little flower up there. And that's some ledger paper. I'm pretty happy with the way my first one turned out. Like I said, I made some mistakes, did a few things wrong, but all in all, I'm quite pleased with my first one. I didn't even know about sweet peas until about, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago. And I thought, I need to make one. So in between finishing up my Journal of Stitchery and what was it, the journal, I forget the name of what it was. It was hosted by Sherry and Susan. I finished my journal, my junk journal, and in between working on those other two things, I made my first little sweet pea. So they're a lot of fun. So if you don't know about them, you need to know. You need to find out. And if you do know about them, and you haven't made one, you really need to get going and make one because they're just fun. They're just fun little things to work on in between other things. So I've already got my pages painted for my next one. That's as far as I've gotten. But hope I don't forget any steps next time. So I'm not sure why I started with blue because blue is not the color that I usually use, but I seem to be stepping away from pink lately, and but not to worry, my next one's going to be pink. Because I've just did pink for so long until most of everything I have is pink and some shade of pink. I put a bird on. I thought he looked cute there. That's from a napkin. And then this is from a napkin, little postcard. And some more dangle trim here on the bottom. Little piece cut off of some sari trim up at the top there. And this is a Lorna stamp, and I fixed it where it, the pages are facing one another there. Then I added this piece of flower. I wanted a little something to hang over the edge there, so I put that. This was a piece of a napkin, and I added the gold foil around the edges. I thought that was kind of pretty. Gave it just a little bit of sparkle. Another bird. Didn't do a lot on these 2 pages. And we're at the end. I hope I got one more page. And that's the back. So yeah, that's my little sweet pea, little Anna. And I have got my next one. I've got my papers ready. You need to do 12, and like I said, this is the first step. You gesso and you choose whatever color paint you want to use. However many. I think I used gesso, and then I used, I think it was 4 or 5 different colors of shades of pink paint. So those are my pages. They're all ready to go, my index cards. And by using the thicker ones, it keeps them from warping so bad. So my next step will be using my napkins and my stamps, and I'm going to remember to emboss on this one. I forgot on that one. I didn't do any embossing. So anyway, Randy and Sheila used 10. No, they used 12 index cards. And when you're all through and you've got, it's mixed media, I guess. When you're all done and you have the entire card done with all the steps, then you cut them in half. And then you decide how you want to place them in your book, your journal, or what, yeah, I guess. Little mini journal, yeah. So, well, now that I've made a mess out of that, I'm sure you're so confused. Like I said, I'll leave Sheila and Randy's links in the description box below so that you can go over and find out all about these little sweet peas if you don't know about them. So, anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope that you will be safe, stay well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.